our communities or she wasn't good for the country. What we have is not good for our country. What is to come for our country is going to be one of the worst things that you probably could imagine.
Mhm.
I don't think I don't think that the people went out there. A lot of people, and let's get this clear. Let's be clear. A lot of people went out there because I had debates at work,
Mhm.
and which we're not supposed to talk politics at work because it causes conflict. But one of the things that I kept hearing people say, well, he said that he is going to stop taxes on overtime.
Mhm.
So here's what's going to happen,
Or that
right?
you wouldn't get paid, right? You won't
No,
get paid for
no,
overtime.
you will get paid for overtime, but he's not going to tax it. That was one
Oh,
of the things that he said, that he wasn't going to tax the overtime.
okay.
So let me tell you about these companies, right? And
Mhm.
these institutions or wherever you work at, they got to get their money too. And if this man is saying that he's not going to tax the overtime, what do you think is going to happen to your overtime?
Sure.
It's going to disappear. You're not
Mhm.
going to have. And some people here, you know, they base their livelihood on their overtime because that's how you make a living. You know what I'm
Get
saying?
some extra
You
money.
you get, that's how, absolutely, you get your extra money by doing overtime. I know
Mhm.
I do.
Yeah.
But if he decides that he's not going to tax the overtime, then these companies will cut out overtime.
Mhm. Or only give them comp time. I don't even know how
I'm
if
I'm
that even
I'm not working an extra 35 hours a week for comp time.
just
I'm
to
not
take
doing it.
off. Yeah.
That's what we have: vacation, personal days, holidays, and sick time.
Mhm.
And there's so many people that was chasing a dollar.
Mhm.
You sold your soul to the devil for a dollar. All right. Are people like, oh, he gave us those stimulus checks? He had nothing to do with those
It
stimulus checks.
didn't come out his
It did
pocket.
not come out of his pockets. As a matter of fact, he did not even want to give those stimulus checks. However, he said, and look at the people that had to wait longer than others.
Mhm.
Y'all had to wait longer than others for those stimulus checks because he wanted to put his name on it and make it seem like he did
He did
something.
it.
He
Mhm.
didn't do anything. He wasn't the one. Those stimulus checks were already in the making before he became president. And when he became president, think about it. When we got those stimmy checks in March,
Yeah.
April, whatever, he was only president from January.
Yeah.
So he had nothing. Those were already in the making. And a lot of people base that on how they went out and voted this time.
Yeah.
They thinking about, okay, we all struggling, we all fighting a good fight, but you sold your soul for a dollar that you're not even going to get.
And not looking at the bigger picture.
The bigger picture is like I was telling one of the guys at work, we were talking, and what about Social Security?
Sure.
When it's time for us to retire, will there ever be a such thing as Social Security? So that means we worked for 40 years to retire to get nothing.
Mm.
Because that's a
That's so.
possibility that
Yep.
that might happen. And if they cut that, what about our eldies, our
Elderly.
elderly,
Mhm. Elderly.
our elderly, like our mothers and our grandmothers and grandfathers and fathers and stuff like that, that right now is banking on Social Security to live?
Mhm.
What if they cut that off? What's
What's
going to
gonna
happen
happen
to
now?
them?
Mhm.
What's going to happen? What's going to happen to our families? We're
Mhm.
going to have them move in with us, and the struggle becomes even bigger, greater. Because if we can't afford to buy groceries now for a family of two or three, then when
Mhm.
you add somebody else, how are you going to afford that if
Mhm.
you can't? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And statistics stated that more white men voted for Kamala Harris than black men.
Get out of here.
More white men, more. I mean, we had the female black vote,
Of course.
but a lot of black men, Hispanic men
Mhm.
and Hispanic women voted for Trump.
Mhm. And didn't feel offended by the Puerto Rico
Was not offended. What is the
comedian.
comedian
Uh-huh.
that said that that was a floating island of trash.
Mhm.
Okay, forget about that part. But what about when Donald Trump went over there and was throwing tissue at these people, throwing paper towels at them?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people. I get it. We are in a time where the mighty dollar, we need that.
Uh-huh.
But would you sell your soul for a dollar?
I guess they will.
They did.
Yeah.
The American people spoke.
Yeah.
Now there are a few policies that he does have in place or he wants to put in place that I do agree with, and I might catch flack for it, but that's just my personal opinion.
Mhm.
But ever since they, opened these borders and let a lot of these immigrants coming from third world countries come over here, there's been a lot of crime. Like, there has been a lot of crime, but there's ways to fix that.
Mhm.
They need to fix that because they have like these migrants that's running around here beating up old ladies, snatching pocketbooks,
Raping.
snatching phones,
Yeah.
raping. You know what I'm saying? There need to be some control over that.
Yeah.
But what's gonna happen to the American people? I don't even think y'all ready for it.
No.
Y'all not even ready for it. For all those who voted for him because they didn't want to see a black woman run the country,
Mhm.
they didn't think that she was fit. She was a better candidate than anybody.
Yeah.
They said she was even a better candidate than Barack Obama, who became president.
All because of their bias.
Bias against women.
Mhm. They said
Like,
that she can't handle it because she'll be overly emotional.
listen, that's going to always be an issue.
Mhm.
They're going to always feel that women are not. But here's my
But
thing.
Trump isn't
You come,
emotional.
he's an emotional wreck.
Yeah.
He's a wreck waiting to happen, and y'all gonna see come January when the power turns over to him. Y'all gonna see what because he already talking about being a dictator for a day. He already was talking about the purge. Let people do all the crimes that they want to for a couple of hours. Like, and if he does something like that, what do you think is gonna happen to our country?
But what's crazy is you saying that the people that voted for him the most was black and Hispanic men. Isn't he? Doesn't he want to give immunity to the cops?
Yes.
And they're going to get it the worst.
And not only that, but he also want to give immunity and release all those people that were at that January 6th thing. He wants to let them out of prison. Those are the good old boys.
Yeah.
Those, and
speaking of good old boys, go ahead. What you gonna say?
I mean, it's just going to get worse.
It is because they started already.
Yes.
The people is up here texting. What they texting black people about?
Yeah,
when you're gonna come to the cotton field and who's I'm gonna be a good owner, slave owner, or whatever.
That's the craziest that ever happened. Like,
videos of white men screaming in black women's faces and threatening them. It's just a bunch of punks running around. It's gonna be crazy, and I hope you're ready for it.
It's only gonna get worse.
Mm-hmm.
So I was talking. Who was I? I think I was talking to you too about it. Now here's what, and a lot of our own people, even though they voted for her, my thing is, if you had any feelings about a female being president and you felt that it'll never happen, then why did you go vote for her anyway? Why did you go vote? You shouldn't have voted. Your vote didn't count.
Yeah.
Because not only did you feel that she would never be president, there'll never be a female president, there'll never be a woman in office that can run stuff, then why did you vote for her anyway? Because there's a lot of people that did vote for her only because. That means you had the thoughts in your mind already that it wasn't going to happen. So that's another negative thing that you put out into the universe, because if you had any faith in this lady, then she probably would have won. It was a lot of people that didn't have faith in her.
And then I make correct me if I'm wrong, that other people was voting for the other candidates. They wasn't even voting for Kamala, and it made it better for Trump.
Yeah, because there's nobody else running.
Yeah. So why would you vote
So
for those
if
people
you-
if you
if
know
you-
they're not even close to winning anything?
Absolutely. To me, it made no sense.
Mhm.
But I tip my hat to her
Yeah,
because
so
she
you
fought a good fight
Mhm.
and she was for the people
Mhm.
and she was for unity.
Mhm.
This person that's going to come into office is for division.
Mhm.
He is only here to divide the rich and the poor. The rich would be his people, the poor would be our people. And that's what he's all about. He's all about division. He's going to tear this and here's my other take on it, right? New Yorkers, stand your ground
Mhm.
because only God is going to be able to save us from what he, because I believe that he's mad at New Yorkers because the New Yorkers made him a convicted felon. What is that? 35 counts? Convicted felon, a rapist, a thief, and not only did they allow him to run for president and become president, but y'all also allow him to vote for himself. Last time I checked,
What?
convicted felon. Yeah, I went on Tuesday morning. He was in Mar-a-Lago, Florida, and he went and casted his vote for himself. Now, the last time I checked, convicted felons can't vote.
Mhm.
They can't get jobs.
Nope.
They can't get decent housing. They can't get nothing. But yet, y'all let a convicted felon vote for himself
and become president and run for president.
Make that make sense.
They need to take that away from all applications.
Yeah, that I agree because I'm so disappointed with the American system. Like I'm ready to go somewhere else and live. We were
Me
thinking
too.
of where could we go and live
Yeah.
and be at peace to get away because I know other countries, if they would allow us to come in, they laughing at. They was like,
yeah.
do you see what's going on over here in America?
Mhm.
It's a lot of this shit makes no sense at all to me. It makes no sense.
But they'll
And
find
how?
out. The ones that voted for him, they gonna find out the hard way. We all are.
Yeah, we gonna pay for that. And for the people that don't think that it's gonna affect their kids and their grandkids, and oh, it's not gonna affect my household. Yes, it
It will.
is.
Even
Because
the white people.
absolutely, especially them too
Yeah.
that voted for him.
They don't even know.
Bullshit show coming at y'all, and I hope y'all ready for it.
Hey.
And I'm gonna probably say with his popcorn and watch everything unfold because this is gonna unfold to a point where y'all gonna be like, what the fuck did we do?
But people was talking, saying that there's a possibility it might be another shutdown.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be
Just
surprised.
be prepared. That's all I can say.
Yeah, because this. I was so out of it that when I went to work on Wednesday, I didn't want to talk to nobody. It took me up until Friday to really have conversations with people because I didn't want to talk because I thought that, you know, I don't know what I thought. I just thought that the American people would see this guy for okay, let's go back to him campaigning and all of these attempts on his life. From my understanding, there were there I mean, and if I'm wrong, then I'm only going by what I see or hear on the news. The last one that they claimed that somebody was trying to kill him, the man said that the government sent him there.
I, I believe it.
So if he's saying that the government sent him there, then maybe all those other attempts, those fake attempts on his life was set up just so he can get sympathy votes, just so that he can that and a lot of people was feeling bad for him because they was like, oh, they're trying to kill the president. They're trying he first of all he wasn't the president. He was an ex-president, former president. And y'all still believe that he's the best candidate for the job.
That's why I think everything is already pre-planned.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything is pre-planned. We really don't have choices. They make it seem like we do, but I don't believe we don't.
No, we don't have a choice in the matter because if we had a choice, she would be
Should be,
president.
but yeah, we don't have choice.
But
We already know.
it's because that society has brainwashed
This,
us so much that we believe
whatever they tell us.
absolutely.
Yeah, whatever they tell us, they know how to manipulate the mind, and that's how you divide people. Is manipulate people's minds, and that's what they've been doing to us for years. Like we was talking about division. That's what they want throughout this country is us to be divided because if it ever gets to a day where we all are on the same page, you could overthrow the country, and they don't want that. They don't want that.
There was this one guy was saying, D Mecca sent me a video of this one guy saying that if the American people would get together, especially our black and brown people would get together, the ones that own the businesses, the ones that owns and runs, because we do run the city.
We do.
If we decided that we were going to shut down, like how they shut the country down for 2 years with the pandemic, if we just shut down for 2 months and don't do nothing, don't open our businesses, don't go to work, don't do nothing,
Don't shop,
none of that, don't use electricity, don't use gas, don't use nothing for 2 months. If we did that and won't open back up until they send us a representative that is worthy of handling the business, that's when we'll open up. But our people will never do that
because it's too scared.
They'll never do that. They'll never get together like how other people get together. They'll never get together like that. Never. They'll never get together. We'll never be able to get ahead because there's somebody always pulling us down. There's always going to be, and it'd be our own people. The sad thing is that it'd be our own people that be the one that say, you know what, I'm not going for that. I need to look out for me and my family. But we all family.
We all under the same umbrella, but no, you think one person think they're better than the other, but it's not like that. But yeah, right now, just want to give a shout out CTV. Thanks for tuning in. I see you, Lil Unique. Shout out to everybody on Facebook. Who's in there? Because I can't see from here.
We have Kenya, we have Jeff, we have Rick, we have Christina, we have Tiffany. I don't know, a few people up there.
Hey, Facebook, and shout out to people that's on Twitch and YouTube. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. So.
What are your thoughts about the election? Let us know how you feeling. Anybody said anything? No.
Yeah. So. I mean, it's like the saddest thing ever. Like, I don't know.
I'm disappointed, but I'm not shocked.
No, I'm not shocked. I'm actually, you know what? I am a little shocked because from him running his campaign, like they say, he's been campaigning for this for the last 4 or 5 years or whatever, or since he was president or whatever, he's been campaigning, and Kamala only had a year, 107 days. But with him campaigning and all the chaos and all the nasty things that he has said about women or about her being a woman and all the things that he said, I thought that the people were paying attention. I thought that they would listening and they would say, you know what, he's not the right candidate for the job. But because he's a man, he's a white man, and people don't feel like black women are capable of doing anything right.
Yet people's mothers is black.
Yeah.
You got single black mothers that take care of the whole household.
Absolutely.
There's mothers that's in a 2-parent home that take care of the household.
Absolutely.
You got the husband or the father, he goes to work and pays, but she does everything else. But yet she's too emotional to take care of a society. Lil Unique said, that's my thought. I understand. But we'll see what happens. Is there inauguration on Martin Luther King's Day?
No, better not be.
Oh, I thought some people would say it was on that day. I was like, come on now. But it is what it is. And now we have to just, I guess, deal with it. And be ready for whatever may come. Whatever that may look like.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to
Yeah,
do something here. No, somebody was calling me, and I wanted them to, you know, stop calling.
Okay.
So instead of um, yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I just had a brain freeze because
Okay.
and that was my whole thing for that was my whole thing for like the whole week. Like I was just stuck, like frozen. You know how you be frozen, like you can't move, you can't think, you just like what happened? Like what happened to our people? Why didn't we do what we were supposed to do?
Lil Unique said it's gonna be the biggest we told you so ever.
Yeah,
It is. You'll see. And then you're gonna wish do that I shoulda, woulda, coulda thing. It is what it is.
yeah. So yeah, so you know what? Y'all go ahead, y'all deal with it, And then like one of the guys that I was talking to, he was talking about when she was the district attorney. No, when she was the district attorney out in California, that she put so many black people in jail and all of this stuff. And I was like, you didn't do your homework.
Yeah, you did.
Just like Dale Hughley didn't do his homework, and he had to revise his comments and retract what he said because he bashed her for the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he did his homework, because everybody go based on what somebody says.
Mm-hmm. Not facts.
And that's the problem with our people. I can hear somebody say Nikki was just outside and she robbed a little old lady. If I didn't know who she was, mm-hmm. I would believe that. Mm-hmm. And I'd be like, damn, I hope they catch her because she shouldn't have robbed that old lady. Uh-huh. But she did not rob the old lady. She was trying to help the lady. Yeah. And the lady started screaming like she was robbing her. Yeah. Help, 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 help. So people thought that she was doing that. So you didn't do your, and then when you do your homework and you find out the truth and the facts, now I gotta go and apologize to Nikki because she didn't do that. Yeah. That's not what it was. It's the same thing where there was like a rumor going around saying, oh, when he becomes president, he's going to give stimulus checks again. It's going to be $5,000. Yeah. Well, what about our reparations that we should be getting? What about the millions? They're not talking about that. No. Now that's something to vote for a motherfucker about. We talking about reparations that the money that our ancestors sweat, blood, tears build this, our forefathers who built this country so that we could be free, just for us to go back into a slavery mentality. We never was out of it, to be honest with you. No, a lot of us wasn't. We were still fighting a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Still trying to, but we never got out of slavery. It just looks different. Yeah, because we still working for the man. Mm-hmm. What's sad is that the American people don't realize that they're slaves too. Yeah. Everybody in America is slaves. We are owned by the government. I don't understand. And the next part to that is we're all migrants. We are. All of us. Y'all came from because when we got here, there was already people here. It was the East Indians that was here. We didn't, like not Martin Luther King, Malcolm X says, we didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. Mm-hmm. When the Nina, the Pina, and the Santa Maria and Columbus came over here, there was already people here. So how did you discover something that was already existing, mm-hmm. that already had people here? Mm-hmm. Just took over. Just stole. They're thieves. Yeah, they are thieves. They stole the country. Barbaric. Absolutely. We're uncivilized. Yep. But y'all came over to a country that already existed and stole it. It wiped out. And because you could not keep it up, you go over there and you bring us people over here so that we can build the country. Because over there we was minding our business. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then you bring us over here because we were smart and intelligent. We were kings and queens. You bring us over here for us to build a country that y'all don't even want us in. Y'all brung us here. We didn't ask to come here. Y'all brung us here built the country, taught your kids how to read and write, cooked for you, slaved for you, and now y'all don't even want us here. Y'all have people telling us to go back to our country. Why don't you go back to your country? How about you do that? Because this is not your country neither.
Yeah.
This is some land that you stole.
Yeah.
You know, so that's where we at today. We're trying. I'm trying to deconstress because I was stressed. I was stressed. I was mad. I was angry. I was going to work, and it was like, and I have this one racist person that works with me that's a Trump supporter, and I walked in the door. Hello, Cynthia. How you doing today? And I act like I didn't hear him because I know what he was getting at.
Mhm.
He was trying to get me aroused because he knew that it would bother me. But I didn't let the devil bother me that day. I stayed quiet. I did what I was supposed to do. I did my job. I worked. I didn't really talk politics that much until somebody asked me, what did I think? And I told them I think that the American people failed us once again. And that's my feelings. I feel like they did because there's no way that you can think that something good is going to come out of this man being in office. There's nothing good is going to come out of it.
And even the ones that think they will benefit from it, it's not going to benefit from it.
No.
That's the funny part.
That's the sad part because y'all went out there thinking that y'all gonna get y'all another stimmy check.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gonna get some money,
or that you could go around and be racist, blatantly racist.
Yeah,
now,
but here's the thing.
You gonna suffer with
there
us.
was some.
Like
There was a
everybody
slogan that says, "Try me if you want to. I'm not my ancestors."
Mm-hmm.
This is a new generation,
Yep.
and we're not going for that.
Yep.
I'm not going for nobody out blatantly calling me a nigga because I will. I ain't gonna tell you what I'm gonna do.
It ain't no turn the other cheek.
No, it's not gonna be that. You're not gonna do me dirty.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And the saddest part, like I said, is our own people, the own Hispanics and our own Black people. When shit go wrong, I don't want to hear y'all say nothing. Y'all don't have the right to say nothing, especially those that don't feel like it's going to affect your kids. Don't say nothing when your kid when you gotta pay for public education. Because that's what's going to come. You're going to have to pay for your kid to go to public school. It's not going to be so much, no such thing as public school anymore. Everybody's going to have to pay for education. Your paycheck ain't going to go up but so much.
Yeah.
That 6% and 5% and 3% and 2% ain't going to add up to nothing when your rent is going up, when the price of gas is going up, when food is going up, when just everyday necessities is going up.
And then how giving you assistance, no food stamps, no
nothing. What's gonna happen when all that cuts out? Mm-hmm. It's gonna be like my mom used to always say, it's gonna be a time when families are gonna have to double up just to survive.
Yeah. Or if you're the person that knows how to farm and stuff like that, garden, they're in good hands. But who knows? They might try to.
But even then, you're gonna have to buy the products.
Yeah.
And then when you try to sell it, they're gonna tax you on that. So it's gonna be, well, you can't sell it because guess what? You're gonna need it to eat.
Yeah, you need it for yourself. So they'll be able to, people who knows how to take care of themselves naturally.
Yeah, it's gonna be some rough times that we're gonna have to face.
Yeah, but this is America's karma, so.
Yeah, because we have done
a lot.
They have.
America, has
done a lot.
And we're the ones that has to.
So I don't know. Somebody that's listening, Little Unique, she's usually good on that. She's out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I heard something this morning. I don't know how true it is. About now they're talking about stopping the war overseas because Trump is president. So I don't know if I heard that right or I don't know. But if anybody can look that up and let me know if that's true, that they're trying to ceasefire over in Gaza or whatever. I don't know if I heard that or if I was dreaming it. Mm-hmm. But if that is true, then this is what it was all about: is to have him back in office. Mm-hmm. So he can be a dictator.
I was gonna say just pray, but you know what? Just be ready. That's all I gotta say.
You know what? And like one of my friends put a post up. It doesn't matter who's president, God is still in control.
Mhm.
And if you have faith, I mean, a lot of times, things happen and people lose their faith because they say, I've been praying, I've been praying, I've been praying, I've been praying. But it's not when you pray, it's how you pray. When you pray with a sincere heart and you put it in God's hands and you leave it there, He will definitely work it out. I'm a true believer of that. And yes, it might not be when we want Him to, but it'll be on time. Trust and believe that. And we all have to say, if we have faith, if you got any, I don't care if it's Buddhism, Islamic, Christian, Judaism, whatever it is that you believe in the cause for the people, then you just got to continue to pray, because we have to pray that even if what we're feeling inside, to take that away, to take those ill feelings away, and to pray that God gets into this man's mind and change him as a person, because that's the only person that's going to be able to change him. Nothing we say and do is going to be able to change this man's opinion of us, because we already know how they feel about us, and that is the only way that this is going to happen. That's the only way it's going to happen. So whatever your beliefs are, just believe that there is a higher power and it's bigger than Donald Trump. That's the first time I ever said his name, like, really. Like, I always call him Cheetos or whatever, the Donald Dumpster or whatever his name is. But yeah, we just got to continue to pray, for our families and for our country. That's the only way that this is going to happen for us. Other than that, I don't see nothing else happening.
Like I said, just be prepared.
Yeah.
Just be ready for whatever happens.
And I suggest y'all take for you people that got money in the bank, take some of it out and leave it in your house. Get you a little safe at home and take at least half of your money out of the bank, because what I foresee in this country is the dollar is not going to mean nothing. Because I went to Whole's Food up in Ridge Hill, and we were in there and we were on the checkout, and this guy waved his hand over, and that's how he paid for his food.
He got the chip in his.
I don't know what the hell he got in him, but he did like this and paid for it.
Yeah.
So don't leave all y'all money in the bank, because it's not gonna be there. What happens when the banks close down and everything shuts down and you can't get money to do nothing? Because that's what I see happening. That's what I see happening here. And I just don't know where we at as a people, or where we going as a people. But I'm gonna keep my head up. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I was down from Wednesday up until today, really. But I'm gonna keep my head up and I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep fighting a good fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if we learn more to stick together and support one another, then we'll have more. What's that? Your stomach? Damn, I asked you if you wanted some food, nigga. You don't want no food. Your stomach is growling like you yelling at me. I'm like, you mad at me because I'm talking?
No, I'm mad. My stomach mad at Trump too.
Girl, my stomach is. I don't know if y'all heard me. God damn, I'm like, what the hell? You all right? So anyway, what else can we talk about?
We was talking about Puffy. You was talking about Puffy.
Yeah, we was talking about Diddy. Diddy trying to do
everything. To get out of jail card.
Monopoly is not working for him.
No, it's not. They like, no, but you gonna stay.
Yep. He's giving them, like, I didn't think. I mean, maybe I'm wrong because I don't know what federal prison is like, but I didn't think that you can give them a bid.
Like I got such
like
and
he
such
giving out bids.
Money.
Like he tried with the $50 million. That didn't work. So now you trying to do what? Like he's bidding to get himself out. Like I'll give y'all whatever. I
just want to be out of here.
And you know what? I mean,
wanna be
according
out too.
according to public survey, that prison that he's in is
It's
one of the
bad.
worst in the country,
Yeah.
and I can see him wanting to get out because when you're so, this is why I always say, be careful on the way up because you never know who you're going to meet on the way down.
Mhm.
Because now you're on your way down and you seeing. I'm not saying that he did because I don't know him personally. I'm not saying that he looked down on us little people that made him rich. But my thing is this: you never know when you're gonna fall. You never know. You never know what's gonna happen in your life.
Yeah.
That's why you got to be careful what you do and what you say
And how you treat people.
and how you treat people. Because a lot of times he treated those people really, really bad. I mean, making the band. I don't know if that was an act or if that was really him. Some people say that was really how he was.
Yeah.
That's the person that he was. But my thing is this: those same people that you stepped on while you was climbing that ladder is the same people that you're gonna have to face in court
Mhm.
because those people got their story to tell.
Mhm. And nobody backed him. Not one
He got
friend.
no friends
Mhm.
because a lot of his friends
Was part of that
knew
shit.
what he was doing. Even if they weren't a part of it, and I'm not going to say that everybody was a part of it because you have some people that might not have been a part of that, but they knew about it.
Yeah, they did.
They knew what he was
about.
doing.
Mhm.
Some of them brung people to him because they didn't want to be a part of it, but they knew other people would, so they brung them there.
Mhm.
There was just an interview with one of the party promoters that he paid $500,000 to do these parties and make sure these parties was a hit. And that person was the person that was actually did the party and did the after party,
Oh,
the freak offs.
like he put it
Made
together.
sure, I don't know if it was he or she. I think it was
Uh-huh.
a female that party promoter that did some of those things. But then it was also saying that this person that got the venues or all of that, there was nothing but glass mirrors all around, allegedly. And that when they were doing the freak offs was the after party.
Yeah.
And when they were doing those things, that they had people, and a lot of this is supposed to be on video. I don't know because I didn't see it yet.
Mhm.
Hopefully, I'll get to see it because I want to see
I
what
wanna
was
see
going
it
on.
too.
So allegedly, there were people. There was this. It was more like glass houses.
Uh-huh.
Like once you get inside, no, of course, it was just a lot of glass, and there were people that were having sex on the floors and all over the place, and they were able to look up into these mirrors and see themselves.
Yeah.
So I want to see some of those videos because I want to see who was there. I want to see what was going on. I just want to see.
Don't tell me you was a lot. Like I said, ain't nothing wrong with being a freak, but when you force people and drug people into doing stuff, then that's where you cross the line. When you send people from other to cross borders and stuff like that, then
Yeah.
that's an issue.
I mean, that
when
becomes
it becomes an organization where when you have a whole organization,
it becomes a RICO case.
then,
That's
then
what
that's
it
the
becomes. It
problem.
becomes a RICO
Yeah,
case,
then you
and that's
got a
what he's
problem.
facing. I mean, I don't even think the parties and the freak offs
It's a
because
problem, no.
a lot of people probably were consenting
You were,
to it,
yeah.
and then there was a lot of people that weren't consenting to it. But I don't think that's the big problem. The big problem was transporting people from state to state
Mhm.
and using
drugging them,
and
yeah.
using his business to do that because a lot of those were tax write-offs.
Yep.
So
And the baby oil and this putting
Oh,
stuff
see,
in that.
yeah, and a lot of people thought, because back in the days you use baby oil, get your little,
Yeah, yeah,
slip and
little
slide.
lubricant, yeah.
But he was using it with drugs in it. It had
Uh-huh.
liquid ecstasy, so allegedly, and that's what they were using to massage people to get them to relax. And I think it was some kind of drug that kind of makes you numb
Yeah.
so that you don't resist what was going on.
That you could
So
take it. Take
absolutely.
that.
So
And allegedly, after the freak off, some people needed IV, needed medical assistance that he had
because
available.
they were saying that these things were going on for days,
That's
plenty of
crazy.
days. Like,
And that was
so
what some of the drugs was allegedly was for, was so that you could keep going. Because even when you really listen to Young Miami, she pretty much told when she just was yapping her mouth about how he could go for hours and days. She said that, I think, in her podcast.
Yeah. So allegedly, she's moved on to some what NFL player, basketball player, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just everybody trying to disassociate themselves with him, which I think is like. Let me tell you something, Diddy. If you listening, now you know who your real friends are, because these people nobody can, and the people that did come to his defense, I don't think they helped. I think they hurt him.
Yeah, her the boy. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? By giving your little opinion. Don't
Yeah.
give your opinion about shit.
Don't say
Mind your
nothing.
business. Shut up. Just like everybody else. If you can't come to his defense, then you shouldn't say nothing about nothing.
But that's what like I said, if you hear stuff, allegedly, a lot of people isn't speaking because, like, you know how lawyers tell you don't say anything because they don't know what's on those tapes. They don't know if they on those tapes. So
They
you
know.
what?
People know. They
So
know that they on those tapes. If you was there and you know that he video, if you was at any party that he gave,
And that's why
and
they're
you
quiet,
know,
because they don't want to
and I get
themselves.
that. I get that.
Yes.
But this is supposed to be your friend, your business partner, your buddy, your brother, your brother love, your they was rolling together doing parties and doing all kinds of shit, and everybody was at these parties. I seen a videotape with LeBron James saying there ain't no party like a Diddy party.
Yep.
Everybody was there. And if you seen anything or if you heard anything and then you did anything at those parties, because they said there was nothing but video, there was nothing but recordings going on everywhere. So he recorded everything.
This man had beds in the basketball court. You see,
there was something about they used to be out there playing basketball butt naked, like
what,
it was
ball swinging, literally.
Listen, what up, gatekeeper on the check in. Happy Saturday, bro. Yeah, we just here. We had to come on here and talk today.
Talking.
You know, I don't know where this is gonna lead, but you know, it is what it is, and that's just it. But yeah. So he going down. That's it. And there's going to be a lot of people that's going down with him, and I think the people that's going down with him are the ones that are quiet, because they already know. You know, they got people talking about they moving out of the country and this person. You know who I really feel bad for though? I feel bad for Meek Mills, because every meme they put out on social media has Meek Mills in it.
Did he say something or put in a lawsuit or something saying that Diddy assaulted him?
I don't know how, because you know sometimes they doctor up these videos, and I just learned that they do that where they have the videos of people talking
and they'll edit it
and they're edited to make it seem like they're saying this stuff. Because I seen a video like that, but it was actually the video when he got out of prison.
Oh, okay.
And he was thanking the judge and the people that let him out of prison. So I don't know how true some of these videos are, but yeah.
But like I was telling you earlier, the one I do feel sorry for is what's that little boy name?
Justin.
What's his last name?
Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Like
they took him for a ride.
They did, and now people is ridiculing him or whatever, and that's not right. You know, you don't know what that little boy went through or what other people been through. You know what I mean? So it was against his will. He was a child.
Yep. That's the sad part about it is that, you know, if you look at, he's troubled.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He tried to move on and tried, you know, getting married and having a baby and trying it, but that shit is trauma. That's trauma that you can't get rid of just like that.
Yeah. It's like there was this movie years ago called, I think my first name is Steven. I think my first name is Steven. It was about a little boy that got kidnapped, and you know, he was raped by this man for years. And then when he got older, like a teenager, the man tried to kidnap another little boy. So he helped the boy out to escape. But eventually he tried to live his life, but he started on, you know, using drugs and stuff, and he found a girl for him, whatever. But He didn't make it. He passed away. But yeah, I think it was called. I think my first name is Stephen. But people,
It kind of sounds familiar.
mhm,
Yeah, it's it's a sad situation that a lot of these, and they said a lot of these people were kids.
yeah,
Like I seen some video, I don't know, like I said, they docked up a lot of videos, but it was just a video that I seen on TikTok where Jay-Z was coming out of a room and Diddy embraced him, but in the front, like if you could see behind him, it was a room full of kids. So I don't know. I just
but even the story about how Rihanna became well known, where they said that they flew her from where she from Barbados,
mhm.
and they sent her over, and she was in the hotel room. Now she a little girl now, not little, but
Well,
a
she was like
teenager.
14, 15 years
Yeah,
old.
in the hotel, and even Jay Z said they didn't let her out until she finally signed the contract. And she even said in I think an interview with Tyra Banks that they told her, how to sign the contract, you get thrown out the window, something like that. But then you know how they say, oh, he was just joking. No, why is she in a hotel room all the way till 3 o'clock in the morning until you sign this? I'm telling you, there's a lot of deep and dark things that's
It's
going on in
yeah,
the
it's
industry.
Holly. What they call it, Holly weird.
Hmm.
But yeah, Gatekeeper said, "Oh, he's looking forward to the holiday party. We ain't got a date yet.
Yeah.
We want to do Gate. Help me out here. We want to do showcasing with just artists. So we need some help with that because I already have one artist that's willing to do it, but I need a couple of more artists. And yes, AI is a powerful tool
It
because
is.
that the way they got shit set up, I mean,
You didn't believe anything.
I say allegedly most of the time because I look at how they doctor up these videos. They doctor up some videos that make you think like, yeah, that could be
Yeah.
true. You know what I'm saying? So
Like they would have like an old interview, but they'll say other words over with their
absolutely,
voices. And
absolutely,
if you've never seen that video before, you think it
it's a new
happened for
video.
real. That's why I always look at the comments to see what they say. And
Yeah,
the comments say, "Oh, this is an old video. He didn't say nothing like that." Da, da, da. And I'm like,
yeah.
you can't
They'll
believe
get you.
nothing anymore.
They will get you. So yeah. But you know what? You gotta All right, Gate, no problem. Um yeah. So we don't know what's going on in this world. This world is crazy. You know, a lot of people. And you know what? I have a problem with. All right,
What you got a
I'm
problem
gonna
with, girl?
I'm gonna get ridiculed because I always do. Because I always gotta.
What
Yeah,
burst your bubbles? It's
you
your
know,
opinion. It's the
yeah, no,
opinion
I
of,
always
let's be
got, I
clear.
always got to talk about R. Kelly because,
Sorry. It wasn't because of what you said,
what is it cause?
because of the air quality.
Oh, you got a cold in here, so I don't understand the air quality. All right, so I was just watching this new documentary.
About him?
Yeah, it's on Tubi.
Okay.
It's his daughter.
Oh.
His daughter is stating that her father molested her.
Mm-hmm.
Is it true? Is it not true? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say that I don't want to believe that because that is his daughter. But in the same breath, I want to say that these people are broke.
Mm.
They don't have any money because their money was coming from him. And that's my thing. My thing is as long as you're taking care of someone and you doing what they want you to do for them,
they don't give a shit.
They
what
don't
you
care.
Do. Yeah.
As soon as that one no comes,
that's
that's when all hell breaks loose.
Mm-hmm.
That's when all hell breaks
That's
loose.
why
And
you gotta keep it up.
And that's like I was just telling somebody, like as soon as you say no one time, that's it.
Yeah.
You're the bad person. But you've been saying like we could be friends for years, and I'm doing everything that you want me to do as a person to
Uh-huh.
you. You know, I'm going where you want me to go. I'm hanging out with you. Oh, I don't want to go to this party because you don't want to go to this party, so I'm going to the party that you want to go to, or I'm going to the movies that you want to go, or
Yeah.
I'm going to the restaurant you want to go to. And
But
as soon as you say no and have your own voice, that's
it's a
when
problem.
all shit comes to end.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm the worst person
In
in
the
the world
world. Mm-hmm.
because I said no once to
Yep.
the 1,000 times that I said yes to you.
Yep.
Make that make sense. And some people, and that's why we live in a selfish world where people only think about themselves, even when it comes to situations like that.
Mm-hmm.
You can do whatever you want to do for them, but as soon as you want to take a chance of doing it for yourself, now you're the wrong person.
Mm-hmm.
Now that these people don't have no more money coming,
Mm-hmm. They do whatever they
they
can.
gotta do whatever they can do to make a living. Because what is the ex-wife doing? She not dancing no more. She's I don't know. She got a dance studio. How much money she's making with that? All of
It ain't
that
no
stuff
R.
plays
Kelly money.
absolutely not.
Yeah. What's that?
So I know that I came on late, but now that Trump is in office, I'm minding my business. If he can do what he did to be in office,
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
all we can do is sit back and watch,
Let's see what happens.
see what happens to the people that voted for him.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
But going back to the R. Kelly thing, you know, Bobby Brown's sister is accusing Bobby for
Yeah.
molesting her
And this is
daughter.
what I'm talking about. Now, like, I'm not saying that I've never in a million years, and I haven't been on this earth for a million years, but I've never thought that, I mean, Bobby Brown's an alcoholic, maybe a drug addict,
Yeah,
all of that stuff. But now, like, all of these things are coming out now. Why coming out now? Because, first of all, if my brother or my uncle or anybody in my family abused one of my kids, come on, that's where you draw the line.
But then she kept saying, "Oh, I can't hold it in anymore." So now you could come out.
Now
how
you-
old is your daughter now? How old should she be? What's that?
He said all our icons in jail and Trump is in office.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
He should be treated the same way. What makes him
Absolutely.
any different? If you did wrong, you should reap the
Well, he did. He was found
punishment.
guilty.
Yeah, but is he in jail?
No. And now
How
they
come he's able
and
to
now
walk
and now they
walk?
trying to say that if Letitia James keep coming after him, she's gonna pay. What are you
Oh, you
threatening her?
threatening people?
You threat? Yes, they did. Yeah, his lawyer.
Ew.
Yeah. But anyway, let's go back to
Well, I hope Trump say no to somebody that got power so they could bring him down, because that's gonna happen eventually.
yeah. So yeah, you know, now that there's no money surfacing, they can't get what they want and stuff like that. Now they're accusing people. So how long you been holding on to this?
Talk about I can't hold on to it.
So I think R. Kelly's daughter is like 30 something years old. She got to be in her 30s or close to it. Bobby Brown's niece. I like.
Oh, shit.
See now, if it's his sister, the sister that was a crackhead.
I think so, because she sound.
Yeah, because his sister was a crackhead. Because
Uh-huh.
the sister was the one that was on the streets buying the stuff for Whitney Houston, and they used to get together.
Wasn't
and
she
get high.
defended Bobby at one point, saying he wasn't the reason Whitney was, you know?
Well,
doing
we
what
all
she was
know
doing?
that.
But I mean, she was defending him at one point, right?
So then,
Now
what
all of a
she's
sudden
talking
he's
about
a,
is not valid.
Yeah. Now all
not-
of a sudden
it's
he's
a
a
non-factor.
molester, this, that, the
Yeah.
third.
So, and this is what I'm talking about, you know, and if this is true and they did
Yeah.
do that, then they need to pay for
Pay
their
for what
they
they
need to pay
did,
for what
yeah.
they did. But my thing is this: how do you wait so long to say he molested me, my father molested me, or my uncle molested me? And it's more like with as far as the sister goes with the niece with Bobby Brown, I think it's more forced. Like they're forcing because remember Bobby Brown was just selling barbecue sauce before they let him back in the group.
Yeah.
Now
yeah.
he back in the group. They
He
I
making
mean,
money,
you know,
yeah.
he making money now, and you're probably asking for money, and he's like, I ain't got it. I'm trying to take care of my family. Now y'all want to be
Mm-hmm.
oh, this is what he did to me.
Because she don't like the wife for what I heard of the interview.
Why? Because the wife don't get high?
Probably, or she probably wanted to say no, they can't get no help. So
Yeah,
now
because
you making up
she's the one that changed his whole life around.
Mm-hmm.
And I commend her for that, you
What's
know.
up, Vino?
Hey Rena, what's going on, bro?
Make sure you check out Cognitive Harlem. Funny Thursdays. The next one is December 5th. So check that out.
Yes.
Get your tickets now.
We gotta promote our people.
That's right.
But yeah, so I mean, I think that because of the economy and people can't afford, and I'm gonna blame it on the economy, because people will cut your throat off for $1
to survive.
You know what I'm saying? And I get that, but you know, what about people that work hard for their money? You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something, even the bums on the street went up. They went up too.
Yeah,
because they used to ask you for a quarter. They don't ask you for a quarter no more. Now it's $2, $5.
Mm-hmm.
They want more. Everybody want more, and when you say no, they get angry and they come after you. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how true it is. And R. Kelly was saying that the ex-wife was brainwashing his kids. I mean, what, like, you know, sometimes, and I'm not saying that it's right or it's wrong. I'm not saying it's true or not. But sometimes a bitter woman is the worst woman that you can have against you.
True.
Or a bitter man.
Just bitter.
Somebody bitter will turn against you. They will put out all false narratives about you. They will have
your life.
Ruin your. I mean, his life is already ruined because he's in jail for something that maybe 10,000 other people should be in jail for, and they're not. I'm not saying let him out. I'm not saying
no,
give him a pass. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying there are other people that did worse things than what he's accused or what he has been found guilty of. Like even Diddy. Diddy trying to get out of jail. He did shit worse than what R. Kelly did. I mean, no crime is worse than the other. I get that part. But if you break it down, they saying that, I mean, that he was having sex, with underage females. Diddy's been drugging people. He's been raping people. He's been blackmailing people. He's been doing a whole lot of shit, and he's in jail now too.
Mm-hmm.
So why you fighting? And my thing is, like, you know, a lot of people say innocent until proven guilty, right? R. Kelly stood trial. They found him guilty. He's in jail 30 years. They said Diddy, innocent until proven guilty. But does it make a difference if you caught on video? Does that not judge? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have some people that say, oh, he's innocent until proven guilty. But what about all of these tapes? What about all of these? He said, Diddy still not guilty yet. But if you have videotapes of this person doing X, Y, and Z. Now remember the videotape gate that came out with him before. He was like saying that he didn't do anything to Cassie, and then the videotape came out that he did, and in reality beat her, and like she kept saying he did. I'm talking about videos like that. Yes, Trump was found guilty and he is free. I wish they would have put him in jail. I wish that he could be under a jail. I wish that they could put him to the bottom of the ocean and just leave him there, make him disappear. But that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is, yes, innocent until proven guilty. And allegedly, Diddy is innocent until proven guilty. But what about the videotapes that they have against him? Does that play a part in our judgment of him being guilty or not? Does that play a part in it? Because there are videotapes that are out there that makes him guilty.
But I think with the judicial system is,
I understand that. I'm talking about the people, because the people are so quick to condemn and convict people.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Because they condemn and they don't play none of R. Kelly. Some DJs don't play none of his music on the radio, but you still hear right now he's on the radio. Yeah. He's still like,
But I guess
Even when the
yeah.
allegations came out about R. Kelly, everybody
Still, yeah.
convicted him and condemned him, and they stopped playing his music. But they're still playing Diddy's music. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he's guilty to the highest court, but he is guilty because we know he did those things. We've seen some of the videotapes. You've seen some of the videotapes. There are videotapes that are out there that prove that he did some of these things. Is what I'm saying. And as a people, we pick and choose who we want to condemn. We're never going to win. We're never going to win this race in life because you pick and choose who you gonna vote for. You pick and choose who you're gonna find guilty of certain crimes. You feel like it's never like you. We pick and choose which stories we choose to believe. A lot of these stories could be lies, like the story about him sexually abusing his daughter, the story of Bobby Brown sexually abusing his niece or whatever. Those could be fake stories, but some people will believe them because how do we find out if a news reporter or somebody in the platforms that they use, if they didn't feel that this was news to carry, why carry it? And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about people carrying false narratives about people, and even sometimes us being biased or whatever. We listen to a story, but now moving forward, I would rather do my research first. Or if I'm not going to do my research and I'm going to go based on something that I've heard, I'm going to definitely put allegedly, something that I heard on the news. If it's true or not, if I don't know that it's true or not, I probably shouldn't be talking about it. But that's what we're here for. We're here to talk about it. And if somebody's listening, they can give us an insight on what's going on, whether it's true or not, or whether we need to do more research. You know what I'm saying?
What you saying?
Trump was guilty and free. I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I mean, I'm done too.
Yeah.
We're over.
Because
Like,
they like you said, they pick and choose who they want to persecute.
yeah,
So and that's not fair. It should be all across the board, but that ain't how the legal system is.
but
That ain't how life is.
that's just how America is.
Yeah. Hey,
America.
Sharjay from CTV, I see you.
Hey, everybody over there in TV land. But yeah, so I mean, what can we really do? What can we really
But
do?
that's all. That's all. What it's about is judgment. We judge
Yeah.
people. We judge things without no facts. What they say, throw rocks and glass and houses or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yep. And like I said, I'm not going to be so quick to
Judge.
judge. Yeah. I'm going to say allegedly. If I hear something, I'm going to say allegedly. Help me out. If I didn't do my research, could you please look it up for me and see if those are facts? But then they have so much fake news out here that
You don't know what's
who to
real.
believe and
Yeah,
what
you
to
don't
believe.
know.
So we still going to be stuck somewhere.
Just mind your business. Yeah.
Well, if we mind our business, we
won't
wouldn't have nothing to
podcasts.
talk about.
Yeah.
So we need something to talk about. But yeah, I get you, Gate. I get you. Yeah, we're all facing. I think I'm traumatized. Like for 3 days, I was numb with the whole situation with this presidency. But what can we do? I mean, they say the American people. You know who? You know who I find funny? Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel, I think he hates Trump.
Yeah.
And he was so disappointed. This man was crying on his show.
Wow.
Like you can hear him fighting back the tears. He wanted to cry. Like there's a lot of people cry. I'm a wuss, so I cried too. Because I just know that we were going to move forward just to see us take 100 years back. Not even a year forward. We got like a year back. Not even 8 years back. Not even 4. We took 100 years back.
All because of people's judgments.
Yeah. So.
But like you said, they gonna find out.
What's that famous the famous phrase? Fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
Y'all fucked around, now y'all gonna find out. So anyway, enough of that. What else can we talk about today
Is
before we
anything
get
good
on?
that we can talk about? You ain't got no
Um,
topics? What was
well,
that topic you sent me on Instagram?
I don't remember.
I'll be right back. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was something that where Wiz at? Wiz ain't out there looking at us. He ain't paying us no mind today. It was him that sent me. I sent it to you. Was it a text message?
No, it was on here. This guy explains difference between a healthy man and a toxic man.
Okay, so that's the topic. What's the difference between a healthy man and a toxic man? A healthy man, and we're not talking about health. We're talking about mental health and
How they
health.
treat, yeah,
Yeah.
treat a woman.
So I think the difference between, well, let's go to a toxic man or a toxic woman. Let's not be biased against, because we're still fighting for our right to be president. So we're not going to just throw ourselves out there like that. So the difference between a toxic person is a person that only thinks and cares about themselves. When it comes to relationships or any kind of shit, like you're focused on, and you only thinking about what makes you happy instead of making your partner happy. When it comes to having sex, you're only thinking about pleasuring yourself, not pleasuring your partner as well. Because once you come, it's over. What about if I'm still got 20 more minutes to go? I can't get that 20 minutes because you're done. A toxic person will
selfish?
is so yes,
Mm-hmm.
a selfish person, a selfish, narcissistic person.
You know what? I'm going to play the video that you sent me. Go ahead. Keep talking.
Yeah. So yeah, well, we can do that, and then we just passed it.
Okay.
You tell the difference between a man who is healthy and a man that's toxic. The man that's healthy is looking to be of service. The man that's toxic is looking to be served. If I am a man that's only looking to be served, I'm not going to see you because I'm only going to see you through the lens of how you service me. If I'm looking to serve and be of service, then I'm going to see you. What's your need? What's your thoughts? What are your dreams? What are your hopes? What do you want to do? How do you want to do it? Well, why do you think that? Why do you feel that? Oh, wow, you put some lashes on today. Oh, okay. You got some extensions in. Like, because I'm looking to be of service. So I'm actually evaluating what's in front of me and identifying how I can make a benefit or make a contribution versus looking at what's in it for me. See people as they are, not as how you'd like them to be. Here's how you can tell the difference between a man.
So that's the difference.
Were y'all able to hear that?
Hopefully they were. A healthy man is a man that's looking to serve, and a toxic man is a man that wants to be served. Service, serve, whatever. So
a person, yeah,
a
because the
person.
woman should be the same way with the
Absolutely.
man.
So my thing is this, right? I've dated a lot of toxic people, and there was something that I said to you earlier today, right? When people know better, they do better.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't know better, you can't do better. And that comes with relationships too. If you're so used to being that person that don't care about other people's feelings, don't care about what people think,
It's
don't
what you
care
get
about,
out of it.
yeah, that makes you a toxic person. A lot of people think that some of those things are good. That's not good. You can't think about yourself. You can't be a selfish person. Okay.
I mean, you can be, but it's not good. It's not morally
I mean,
good.
it's yeah. I mean, it's
There's a
not.
lot of selfish people in this world.
Yeah, I mean, we're never going to escape that. I mean,
Yeah.
you get out of one relationship, and I learned that a lot of times you get into relationships, right? And you think that okay, what I left behind is behind me, but then you get into this relationship And in the beginning of the relationship, everything is great. You know, y'all have good conversations. Y'all have, you know, y'all go out. Y'all enjoy each other's company. You know, great sex, whatever. That's always in the beginning of every relationship. But then, I think I told you this before. What I learned is you can't tell. I mean, in the beginning, you can't tell, but eventually those red flags will show up because people can wear a mask for so long without breathing. Because eventually you got to take that mask off so you can breathe. And when you see that first sign, pay attention to that first sign because in relationships, what happens is people start to when you start to talk more and you tell people what you don't like and what you do like and what happened to you in your past relationships and stuff like that. They put that in their mental Rolodex and they store it. So when
They manipulate you with it.
absolutely because the first argument where you notice about this relationship that you was in before and you notice something in the new relationship and you call it out and then that person like well you did it with the last person. That's how they manipulate you. That's how
It's
you get
gaslighting.
yeah that's how you get caught out there into be thinking that maybe there's something wrong with you and not them because people have a tendency to flip things because if you notice that you did something in your past relationship and you learn from every mistake that you make every like if you don't learn something from every relationship or every mistake that you made then you're the person that's toxic.
That's what I was gonna say. I think what I've learned lately is that if you're not confident within yourself, you'll let those things happen. And I
Absolutely.
can't blame that person for me allowing things to happen to me.
Absolutely.
And like you said, the red flags is always there at the beginning because we're not confident within ourselves and we don't know what it is that we want in a relationship, in a person, in a friend, whatever, that we allow these things to happen. Oh, maybe it'll change tomorrow. Maybe that's not really what they are. Maybe I'm
It's the
thinking this is
maybes.
something I'm going through. Yeah, but
It's the maybes.
when you confident in yourself, you secure in yourself, and you know what it is you want and what you deserve, you gonna see that red flag from the beginning and be like,
Absolutely.
you know, I'm not dealing with
Absolutely.
this. I'm out.
Nope. We got to go.
Yeah,
We're
so
moving on.
I can't blame that person anymore
You
for
have to
what
blame
they're doing. I
yourself
have to blame myself
because
for allowing
let
it
me
to
tell you
happen.
something. If like I said, if you're in a relationship and it doesn't make a difference if it's a woman and a man,
Whatever, yeah.
a friendship, a family ship, any kind of ship.
Mm-hmm.
If you allow the trauma to come into the new, then you have to question yourself. Am I the person? Because if you're sick and tired of something and you're tired of your relationships with anybody going a certain way and you have to change the narrative for yourself and you don't change that narrative, then you're the problem.
Yeah, because the same thing's
Because
gonna happen again.
it's like you like that. You like the toxic.
Mm-hmm.
You like being in toxicity. You like being in relationships where you don't feel like you're worth anything.
But then you gotta realize also that if you turn around and go into the same type of relationship from before or it's worse, it's because you didn't learn from it from the gate. And that's God's way of showing you you didn't learn
You
the
didn't pay,
lesson.
you
So
didn't pay
here's another
attention.
lesson.
Here's it.
Now,
Here's it
yeah,
again.
now
As-
figure it out.
Especially
Yeah.
when you see yourself going down the same
Same
path,
thing,
the
yeah.
same
I'm going
like
through this again.
you
Oh
go
damn, it's gotta be who. Yeah.
you in a relationship with somebody and they constantly cheat or they constantly put their hands on you or they constantly putting you down with words. Sometimes you can beat somebody down with words. You ain't even gotta put
You
your
ain't got
hands
put
on
your
them.
hands on them.
You know what I'm saying?
Louis,
If you see yourself doing that, then you gotta. How many chances are you gonna give people to keep making you feel like you're not worth anything?
Lil Unique said that's people trying to change the person to fit your mold. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But
Well, apparently for me, I don't fit in anymore. So, and I'm cool with that because
you don't
I
fit in where?
don't fit in nothing no more. I
It
don't
ain't
fit in
that.
nothing. No. I'm cool with it because I don't want to fit in. I want to be my own
Yeah, be
person.
yourself.
I don't
Yeah.
want to fit in. I don't want to be the missing piece into a puzzle.
Yeah, yeah.
I want
don't wanna be
to
what
I want
somebody want me to be.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that person. I want to be my person.
Yeah.
Who I want to
And
be.
if you can't accept that,
Then I'm sorry.
yeah. And if I can't accept who you are, then fuck it. It is what it is.
I can deal with you, but on a different level. I don't need nobody to be on the same level as I am. I don't want us to be on the same level. I don't want us to be on the same page because we all have our own opinions. I don't want a yes person. I don't want to, you know what, you're right. I mean, unless you feel that I'm right and we talking about something that makes sense, but I don't want to fit in anymore because I want to be different. I don't want to be the same. I want to have my own voice. I want to have my own views. I don't want to be judgmental, but I want to be a judge.
The thing is, I don't want to appease anybody anymore. I want to be who I am.
Yeah.
I want to be
what you see.
What you
is
see is
what
what you get. I don't want to have to bring myself down to a lower level to appease you or make you comfortable.
Absolutely.
If I make you uncomfortable, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? There might be things about you that makes me uncomfortable, but I'm not going to change you. Who you are.
I want to be able to say what I want to say, how I want to say it, and don't offend people.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make a difference. You're still going to offend somebody for something. Because if you don't want to do something that somebody wants to do, then they're offended by it.
Yeah.
But that's okay because that's just the way the world goes.
And people have emotions, and
Absolutely.
it's okay to have an emotion, but don't hold that against me. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just not trying to jump over hoops for people anymore.
I'm not here to please anybody.
Yeah, I'm not here to
myself.
Jump over hoops for people anymore. It is what it is.
And I did say, because within the last week or so, 2 weeks, I have lost, 3 people that kind of meant a lot to me. If it wasn't just teaching me a lesson in life, and then I had a friend named Mark that passed away. We've known each other for 40 years. That's most of my life. That's my life. And then I had, somebody else that passed away, from my old neighborhood. And I've known that person for most of my life too. And then I lost, Mr. Vic, he was kind of like a mentor to me, especially with this game, with being in the union and learning, the laws and the guidelines about, how to fight for my people that the working people or whatever. And I learned that what I took from that is that you cannot harbor on anything anymore because life is short for everybody. You have to forgive those who might have hurt you or whatever, and you never forgive them for them. You forgive them for you, so that you can be at peace and move forward in your journey. Because we all on a journey, we all on different paths. But in order to get to where we need to be at, we need to free ourselves from the people that cause
hurt and pain.
Yes,
in our
you
lives.
have to free yourself from that. And you know, with losing my friend Mark, right? A lot of us was disattached from each other, and it kind of like brought us back together. And I was angry at one of my friends. I'm not gonna put her name out there. I'm not gonna put nobody's name. The only reason why I'm saying Mark is because he passed away, and this is what brought us back together. However, I was upset for many reasons. But what I decided to do was I decided to say, you know what, that's not important. What's important is that we rebuild our relationship and we move forward. Because I would hate for something to happen to somebody else and we ain't got it together.
Yeah.
And I didn't get a chance to say I'm sorry. And I didn't get a chance to say that I love you. And I don't get a chance to say I need you. Because a lot of times we need each other.
And it doesn't mean you have to be friends again either, or whatever. But to have that talk to squash it,
Yeah.
sometimes you need that.
Now, when you're friends and you know people for over 40 years, and you watched each other grow up. I mean, that's not a friendship. That's family, you know. And you know what? Sometimes family,
It's not, yeah.
get a little distracted from reality or detached from reality. But what I'm trying to say is that we seen what happened on Tuesday. We know what's possible to happen in our future. It's possible that we might not even have a future. We might have a dictatorship. We might have this Tuesday might have been the last time that we were able to vote until Donald Trump is dead, because that's what he wants. He wants to be the last sitting president until he dies. And if the Congress and the Senate and these people pass that law, we are going to be in trouble. So that's why I'm saying we all need to stick together and support one another no matter what.
And be at peace with ourselves.
And be at peace. That, like I was telling Nikki, I don't know if it was this morning or last night, because so many things are going on, so many people are sick, so many people are fighting these battles that I'm not going to say we take it for granted, because we don't take anything for granted, but what I'm saying is we don't have these fights, and we don't have these battles that the same people are having. So when I say that, like, there's people that's battling cancer, whether it be colon cancer or breast cancer or prostate cancer or whatever, they're fighting, and they don't even know if they're going to be here tomorrow.
Mhm.
We have to love on each other while we're here now.
Give your flowers while they're alive.
You know what I'm saying? Don't just it's not easy. It's not easy to okay, I don't know what the hell that just happened.
Okay, Liberty said an explosion in diabetes because we eat carbs and sugars. Yes.
Whatever that means.
Mhm.
Who is that?
Diabetes. I don't know. It's
Okay.
like diabetes and stuff like that. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I lost my train of thought with that one. But yeah, so anyway, like I'm saying, sometimes you just got to just move forward, And I know what I was gonna say. I am not I'm not where I want to be in life, but I'm at peace.
Mhm.
You know, anybody that I've harmed or hurt, if I apologize to you, or believe you me, it's coming sincerely from my heart. I don't mean to hurt people. I don't mean to, there's a lot of things that you do and you don't even know that you're doing it.
Yeah.
So if I did, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, but I'm at peace with a lot of things. I'm at peace with whether you want to talk to me ever again in life. If you never want to talk to me again in life, I'm at peace with that. I'm not going to say I don't care, because I'm human. I have feelings, so I do care. But what I will say is I will still move forward.
You're not holding in things.
I'm not. I can't.
Yeah.
You can't.
You can't
Because
do
not
it,
only
yeah.
that will, like I said, there's so many people battling other issues, like health issues, life or death issues. So if I'm harboring whether you want to be my friend or not, what can I do about that?
And then that makes you sick too.
Yeah, that does. And I don't want to be sick,
Yeah.
because I don't want to take no medications. Because like we was talking about, taking medications and stuff like that. You take one medication to stop heartburn, but it gives you liver and kidney disease.
Mhm.
Or you take your, like, it's going to be a chain effect with everything. So the best thing that can save us all from sickness and make us healthy is to stop stressing.
That part.
Stop stressing. Stop stressing. Stop stress eating. Stop stressing, period. And you'll see how much healthier you'll be. And drink your water and mind your business. That's it. What else can you do, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, because soon you're going to pay a lot of money for water, so.
Yeah. Could you imagine like you can run your water in the kitchen right now? I can run the water in the kitchen and it doesn't affect me. But could you imagine if you turned the water on and you can't turn your water on because you didn't pay your bill, because now But there's people that live in the South
Yeah, that pays
that they
water
pay
bill.
water bill, but I think they only pay for hot water. They don't pay.
Well,
They
soon
don't-
everybody gonna pay,
Yeah.
and I ain't paying for faucets because they're nasty. So y'all better,
Well, it all depends
y'all
on where
better,
you live at because New York
cleanse
City
it.
got the best cleaning water, but I don't know. The verdict is still out on that.
They got the best faucet water.
They
New
said
York?
New York has the cleanest water in the country.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah, with all them dead bodies and them needles and all that stuff running around in the Hudson, and
Nah,
even though it's passing through the reservoir and it's coming through the pipeline, I don't know.
nah, that's alright.
I mean, it is.
But then again, everything, it seems like things that they sell in the supermarket ain't good anymore. Pesticides and
Yeah,
all
you know what?
sorts of
I
shit,
noticed that
recalls.
the prices, a lot of prices went up for a lot of things, right?
Uh-huh.
But the quality has went down. The quality, like I go sometimes. Well, now what I do is I go to the farmers market. They come by my job on Tuesdays and Thursdays,
Uh-huh.
and I go and buy fresh like spinach and greens and stuff like that, and I just come home and I cook them and well, I clean them and cook them or whatever. But if I wanted to go to the grocery store to
Mhm.
buy the same thing,
Uh-huh.
it's the value like it's already wilted. It's already half going bad. But we're paying more for it to buy something that's
Dead.
Yeah.
Almost, yeah.
and that's the sad thing. So what we got to do is like you said earlier, people that have the resources to grow their own
Own food,
veggies and
yeah.
stuff like you can't, of course you got to buy something from outside. But I was really thinking about becoming a vegetarian, but then I think about fried chicken. And then I changed my mind. Because I'm sorry. I'm sorry, people. I love me a nice piece of good fried chicken, preferably Popeyes, but better yet, the fried chicken that I make in my house. But I'm gonna learn to stop eating. I might eat some chicken every now and then, but I'm gonna try my best because it's all about health and wealth. Because if you are healthy, then you're wealthy in your spirits, and you can, you feel better about yourself. Because there's a lot of things that people are facing, like I said, cancer and diabetes and high blood pressure, and
Just
there's a lot going on out there. And then to have to face a new presidency where we don't know whether we're going to get our next dollar from anywhere or anybody or whatever.
And also it's about changing your frame of mind, the way you think, because your thoughts can get you sick as well.
Yeah.
Like if you just think positive, think healthy, a lot of us don't even realize like what you think and what you say is put out in the atmosphere. I
Yeah.
believe that. If I keep saying, damn, I'ma die tomorrow, I'ma die. You keep put that in the atmosphere, you won't live long. You won't da da da. But if you think positive, things I believe in that. I believe in that. I believe in energy. I
Manifestation.
believe in good
You have to
vibes.
manifest.
Yeah,
and-
manifest things.
Yeah.
You are it. I just believe
You know,
if God's supposed to be in us, then that's who we should be. That's how we should think like God, and then and bring out the best in us instead of the worst. When you doubt yourself,
Yeah.
what you gonna think
You
you're gonna
might as well
receive?
just give up.
Yeah, what
You
you
know what
gonna
I'm saying?
receive? Stop
You're gonna
doubting. Stop
That's like
stressing.
I find myself sometimes telling people like, be careful what you say.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful what you put out in the universe, because once you put it out there, you can't take it back.
Words
Words
is a lie.
manifest
Yeah,
everything.
that happens to you. Like they say, I gotta stop watching these videos and stuff like. But when you think about it, when they say spelling words, that's putting out there what you want to happen. So if you want your business to flourish, you say that. You know what I mean? You think
I
that.
wanna be rich.
You want to be rich? That's what you're gonna put
Okay.
out there. But
I
if
say
you keep
I
doubting
want to
yourself,
be I want to be wealthy
Mhm.
with the money and not the fame. I don't want to be famous.
No, I don't.
You know what I'm saying? Because that fame comes a lot.
Yeah,
But-
processed
but then
food
again-
has its disadvantages to our health.
Oh, absolutely.
You can't eat what you want in moderation. Yeah,
Well, processed food is the worst thing for you.
it's yeah.
That's the worst thing because
It's
some
not
of
real food.
most of no, it's real food, but it's the way they process it so it can last longer.
Yeah, that
Because if
part.
they didn't process it, if you didn't eat it that day, tomorrow you're
It'll
gonna have
be
to throw it away.
Mhm.
So that's why they add all of these additives and preservatives, and they call it preserving the food,
Yeah,
but it's really harming you.
because it doesn't break down. It's in you when
Absolutely,
you
it
eat it.
stays.
Yeah.
So that's why I mean, I learned long time ago, long time ago. Even though I do have some for emergencies, but I learned to stop eating canned food.
Oh, really?
I don't eat. I'm not big on canned food.
Mm-hmm.
If I want some broccoli or some peas and carrots or mixed vegetables or whatever,
Yeah.
I'll get them frozen.
Mm.
It's better to have them frozen than
You get the
canned.
can. Yeah,
Yeah,
all that
because
sodium and
yeah.
yeah.
So I learned that a long time ago, and I learned not to. I don't cook with salt.
Mm-hmm. The thing that's really killed us is sugar.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
that if I could manage to break free of that, I'd probably be a better person.
Yes, because it does. What you eat does affect your emotions, your
But you know
moods.
what I did start using in my coffee, even though I have regular sugar, I started using brown sugar because the brown sugar is not as sweet as.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm learning to live life with the brown sugar than just the regular sugar. But yeah, we have to well, I'm about to go on this spiritual healing cleansing journey. And once I get up to this, I need to go to this store up in the Bronx. And once I get there and I get all the stuff that I need to go on this cleansing, I'm gonna take everybody on the journey. I might pop up every now and then during the week to let y'all know how I'm doing or whatever. But I think it's time. I've been fighting with this, thing for a long time. Like I said, I want to become a vegetarian, but it's the fried chicken. If I can get past that, then I think I'll be okay. But I should probably go today, but the way the trains is running around here today is like there's no D train. I gotta go to 145th Street to go uptown, but I'm gonna see. But I am gonna take myself on a journey and try to cleanse myself and clean myself out and try to be healthier because if we don't have medical insurance and they take away our medical insurance or make us pay for everything and we can't afford it, then what's going to happen? You're going to have to take care of yourself the best way you know how anyway. So it's best that we start now so that we can be ahead of the game.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm about to do. I'm going to go on this.
Yeah, let me know what you get. So.
Yeah, you would probably have to go with me so you can
get it.
Yeah, because you're not going to be able to find this stuff.
Okay.
Probably where you live at. Oh, but then they might have a place. Well, they might have online orders, so you can get a card and you can order them from online from the store. But yeah, that's what I'm about to do because we got to clean ourselves. We got to clean our minds. Positive thinking will go a long way.
It will.
And just
Because we got a lot of things that we hold in from childhood.
Yeah.
That's damaging us inside. So you need to deal with that and clean, like you say, cleanse yourself. Whether it's therapy, whether it's eating healthier, all of that.
Yeah.
You need to spiritually find God,
yeah,
whoever it is that you believe in,
Absolutely. That's
the best thing.
That's the best thing. You'll never know how much life can be better if you're at peace.
Yeah. Peace is everything.
That's all you need. You don't need a bunch of friends. You don't need a whole lot of money. You need enough money that you can pay your bills and survive. But peace is something that no one can take away from you, only if you allow them to.
Yeah.
So anyway, what's next?
I don't know. You ain't got no nasty topics. You haven't said anything nasty in a while.
What kind of nasty
I
topics?
don't know. Something
sexual. That's
because we talked about every bad thing in the world so far.
We talk about good stuff.
Like what?
Cleansing.
Okay,
Healing.
we did that. Yeah, you're right.
That's a part of
Assalamu alaikum. Yes.
Walaikum assalam.
Yeah, word up.
Yeah. So anyway, There's not so much more. I mean, like we had every topic about penis and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
I mean, there is a lot to say about that. How many more minutes? We got a few more minutes. We got 20
yeah, we
minutes
got 20
left.
minutes. So let's
Um,
think of some type of topic that's fun.
why I got to be the one to think
Well,
about
what
it? Why?
y'all want to talk about? Give
Yeah,
us a topic, a nice, fun topic.
yeah. Let's talk about something.
Y'all ain't got nothing to talk.
That's upset.
Oh.
What I am gonna mention is because Gatekeeper was talking about he's looking forward to our holiday party because we normally have a holiday party, and we normally would have a flyer out and almost ready to do it. So even if it doesn't come before Christmas, it might be like right around, sometime after New Year. But we are looking for, we want to try something different this year. We want to do a showcasing because even though we did, but we want artists, music artists. We don't want no comedians. We don't want no ball jugglers. We just want performers, people that can sing, rap, dance, not dance, sing and rap.
Mhm.
You know, mm, so
Yeah.
that's what we're looking for. I already got one person that's on board. Gates said he's gonna call me later so we can figure it out. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna have vendors, but it's only gonna be probably 2 or 3 vendors. We're not gonna have all that because we want space for people. We want everybody that's gonna be a part of the show to promote the show and bring their audience with them.
Yes.
We want to have a good turnout. We want to have people supporting people. Showcasing. There ain't gonna be no prize. You're just gonna showcase
That's it.
and have people in touch with your music.
Network.
Network with other
We're gonna
people.
record.
Yeah,
live,
everything is
we'll go
gonna be recorded live. So that's it. You don't have to. Let me not put a price tag on anything quite yet because we got to figure out how we're gonna do this.
Mhm.
Price tag is not gonna be that much. All depending on how many songs you want to do. You can do as many songs as you want, but you don't have to pay for it because we gotta pay the venue and we gotta pay for certain things too. So yeah, that's something that's probably not gonna happen. We're probably not gonna have the holiday party until after the holidays. So hopefully everybody
So
stay
it does
tuned.
be an event, showcase.
No, it can be still it can be called a holiday event, a holiday because New Year's is a holiday. Martin Luther King's Day is a holiday.
True that.
We're not celebrating no more President's Day
No, we
because we're not doing that. What happened to what do they used to call it, Black Solidarity Day?
Mm-hmm.
What happened to that day?
Ain't it June 19th or something like that?
No, that's Juneteenth.
Juneteenth. Oh.
Yeah, there used
Probably
to be a day.
took that to make Juneteenth.
Yeah, probably. So we'll figure it out when that time comes. We'll figure it out. Because I doubt if we can do something. We can put together a show in a couple of weeks because we need time to promote and we need time to get flyers up. And whoever's going to be a part of the show, we need to get them on a flyer, get their own personal flyer so they can, promote it. So
Michi asked, will there be a toy drive for the upcoming holiday? No, not now because we don't even have the event yet. So most likely we won't have a toy drive. But Robert W. Enterprise is having a toy drive. Go to his page. It's what is it? Robert V. Cruz on Facebook and check out or check out on my page. I also have his flyer out. He's I believe December is his toy, so you can see toys and you can have the event, which will be in Queens.
yeah, so we're kind of slow moving
Yeah,
because we just decided that we're going to get back into the swing of things.
yeah.
And instead of giving it to y'all when we want to give it to y'all, we're going to give it to
You have
y'all
to,
every weekend. So just bear with us. There's going to be events coming up, so that you guys can, follow the
Participate
event
and
and
stuff.
participate and stuff like that. But if you are an artist, an up and coming artist or whatever, and you want to be a part of the show, make sure you contact DJ K Nikki on Facebook or me on Facebook. I don't know what my name is. Or you can leave a message on the Let's Be Clear Facebook page.
That too.
Yes, so you can follow us on all social media outlets. We will be posting up something soon.
Yes,
So,
we will.
especially for the event, we're going to try to get it together. It's definitely going to be either on a Saturday.
Mhm.
Yeah, most likely
On
on
a
a Saturday
Saturday.
because, we don't work weekends anymore.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yes.
So
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
yeah.
Michi says she's volunteering at the Salvation Army. That's dope. What for Thanksgiving or Christmas? That's dope.
Yeah. I know I used to go with my cousin auntie. I call her my cousin auntie. She's she's like an aunt, but she's also like my cousin's sister.
Uh-huh.
And I used to get excited because she feeds the homeless for the
Oh
holidays.
wow. Mm-hmm.
And I used to get excited about going with her when she used to, she cooks all she okay, first of all, she buys all the food.
Uh-huh.
She cooks all the food. She
Wow.
packs it up, and then we go to like certain areas. I know one time we came down here to 120. I want to say it was 126 in Park Avenue. They had like a
Yeah.
men's shelter over there,
Uh-huh.
and she would go past all the men's shelters and the shelters. Period. And you see people on the outside, and you just give them a plate. And I used to be so excited about doing that. I haven't done that,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna find out from her if she's gonna be doing that coming up.
Uh-huh.
Maybe she will, maybe she won't. But if she do, I'm gonna go out there with her
Okay.
to help do that because it was, I felt like I was doing
It's
something.
good. Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is.
Uh-huh.
But anywho, so let me see what can I entertain Nikki with because she looking over there like she want to talk about.
No, I just want to talk about something.
Have we ever talked about toys in the bedroom?
Probably, but we could talk about it again.
All right, because I have a friend, right? Because
Uh-huh.
I'm into stuff like that. I
Me
like those
too.
things. You know what I'm saying? But I have a friend, right? Who I was talking to her about it or whatever, and I showed her this one thing that I had bought, and she was like, "Oh my God, I want that." So I go and I purchase it one for her. Well, she purchased it. I just picked it up for her. And when she and I told her, I said, when it comes to doing that with men, especially macho men, you gotta let them know. You can't just pull it out on them.
What the fuck you had?
Huh?
What you had?
A toy.
What you mean pull it out on them?
Some
Like
men
to
don't
use
like it.
Oh,
Yeah.
use it on a man?
No, she didn't. She
Oh.
didn't. I wouldn't use it on him. Well, if he let me,
Okay.
I would. But she wanted to use. She wanted
Wow,
him to use it on her.
Yeah, you got to talk
But he
about
was
that first.
he was offended that.
Oh.
And I wanted to know, like, is a lot of men offended by those things, or is it okay?
Is it how many men we got watching?
I don't even know. So right here because of this thing, I can't tell how many people are actually
Yeah.
watching.
But yeah, because you know what? I think in a way it does. I don't know. I just go by people's reactions to things. I think they like it because you're getting off on it. But when you be using it a lot, I think it kind of hurts their ego a little bit. Like the toy is
But
doing
here's
more
my
for
thing.
you than they are,
Here's my thing. Would you rather me have the fake one
or somebody
or
else.
the real? Because
But I
that,
think that
like, it doesn't. To me, it doesn't make sense that you get offended by a toy. It's a toy. It's there for when you're not there. It's there to finish the job that you couldn't finish.
but that might hurt their ego.
But
and
if you
he couldn't finish.
But then if you can't do it, you can't do it.
Yeah, but
Not
you don't
everybody.
think your feelings would get hurt?
No.
Why? Why you don't think his feelings should be hurt?
I didn't say they shouldn't. You asked me, do I think my feelings would be hurt?
You would get
I'm
hurt
saying
by that?
no. Why would I? Because there's gonna be another time, and I'm always gonna keep a hole in the bag.
Yeah.
An ace in a hole.
Yeah.
I'm always gonna have, something else to use.
So wait a minute. Let's act like our male counterparts. Let's try to think like them. Okay, right now.
I can't. I'm not a male.
Just think, man. Help. Shut up. So you have a sex, bow, right? Boom, and you finish. I'm coming. Okay, right? But she ain't. She looking at you. Right? She ain't done nothing. She was happy, but she ain't come. Right? She ain't orgasm. So she rolls over, gets the rolls, come back, and start doing it. You ain't gonna look at her like.
No, because I'm probably tired.
So you just let her. You ain't gonna.
Why she can't finish? I mean,
that means you ain't do your job.
No. All of that comes with maturity. A mature person is not going to feel like that. A mature person is not going to feel like, like, you know, because it all depends. You could have had a long day. You could be tired,
yeah.
and you did you.
And the older you get, yeah,
Absolutely,
yeah,
it's not the same.
mhm.
You know, I personally think that women's stamina lasts longer than men's
Yes.
anyway, because that's just how
How
we
it
were
is.
built to be. But why would me as a man? Why would I be offended, especially as a seasoned man?
But
If
like
you
you
gotta
said,
finish,
you,
you gotta finish on your own. That's not gonna make me feel any kind of way,
mhm.
and it shouldn't make it. But like I said,
You gotta
it
be
comes
mature.
mature
Yeah.
enough to understand
Mhm.
that, you know, young people feel like, oh damn, I didn't do you good.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So
you gotta
need
go
that,
finish off
yeah.
with that. That's mature way
Or
of
you need
thinking.
to use it while we doing it and all that.
Oh, I'm not big enough.
That's
I'm
why
not good
you,
enough.
yeah.
I'm not this
I'm
enough.
not hitting the spot.
What about okay, now let's flip this. What about the men that are not satisfied with the woman that they got and they have another girl and another girl and another girl?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the difference? I don't have another man, I just have a toy.
Mhm. It's
So
like
why
you
would you
having
be
a guac
offended?
guac. You know, it's like the dude having a guac guac.
Why
What
would
the
you
fuck is
be
that? I don't
why
know.
would you be offended by me having a toy
Mm-hmm.
when you got
And
a
I'm not even
whole
cheating on
another
you.
person?
Mm-hmm.
And that's not, I mean, I don't consider it cheating if it's a toy. I mean, don't talk back. It don't give you no, I
They
can't
ain't
bring
paying
you
my
no
bills.
disease or
Yeah.
anything like that. So I don't understand, because but you have a lot of men
Who does
that
it?
are
Yeah.
intimidated by them.
They are.
Now one time, right, and I'm gonna put my business out in the
Oh
street.
shit. Story
One time,
time.
this is story time. So one time, like, it was this guy that I was dating, right? I might have told this story already. I don't remember. So anyway, he was into toys, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm thinking that he's bringing over this toy to, you know, entice the whatever, you know, enhance the feelings or whatever. So me being stupid because I was so into him, I didn't pay attention to what was going on. So we get to going on or whatever, and he pulls out, it was a silver bullet or whatever.
Remember those?
So
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna try this or whatever. And then when we were done, he washed it off, he put it back in the box,
Mm-hmm.
and he
took it
with him.
home. Uh-huh.
I'm saying,
Uh-huh.
how many times did he use that?
And how many people did he use it
that?
on? Mm-hmm.
So
It's
you
not
can't
like he
bring,
bought
you
a
can't bring,
new one for you.
absolutely, and left it and say, here,
Here, take
keep this
that.
here, so when I come back, we can use it again.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
No, you ain't.
You
That
can't
happened
now.
to me once.
Now
Yeah.
you
Mhm.
can't bring nothing to my house. The only thing you better bring is your own dick.
Your own penis.
Because
yeah.
everything
Unless
else,
we go into the
I
store.
I got
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
I got it covered.
Yeah.
But I was like, I was wondering,
Yeah.
like, do people still do that? Like, do men still do
Yeah,
that?
they do. They do.
And why do we get upset? Why do we get upset when women use toys?
Anybody said anything?
No.
No.
I don't know, because sometimes the Wi-Fi. You know the Wi-Fi? The
Yeah.
Wi-Fi don't be Wi-Fi-ing right.
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi don't be Wi-Fi-ing right around here, especially when. And you know the crazy thing is my Wi-Fi is supposed to be able to carry like about 75
Yeah.
to 90 devices, but I don't understand why it pops up slow connection when.
Especially, you
It's
know
not
what
that
it is? I
many.
think it's more Facebook than the Wi-Fi.
Oh,
I think,
okay.
like, especially when I'm playing music,
Mhm.
I think when I play certain music that it starts slowing down and it
Oh,
eventually
okay.
cut off. I don't know. Maybe you could hear the music that
The
we're playing in the
Wi-Fi,
back.
you need to act right. I don't know who's listening. We need a guy to answer a question.
Ain't
Why
nobody
do
answered
men-
that.
Why do men get offended when women bring out toys?
Oh, if women is in there, what do you think? Lil Nick said it's the male ego. Oh, so I'm not enough for you? I think
Yeah,
that's what it is.
I mean, I think that too, but I think that comes from more of a younger generation.
No, there's some
Then-
grown ass men that think that too.
I don't know, because
Like you said, it's
I have used with grown men, and they like it. They get turned on by it.
But that's the men. But I believe there's some grown men that feel that way too. Like, damn, I
Yeah,
ain't
well,
doing
because
it.
my friend's fiance, he's a grown man.
Yeah,
You know, anytime you pass,
especially if you're
30.
going through some impotency, you know, there's some issues, it'll make you feel away. It's insecurities. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. So,
well, I'm gonna continue to use
oh
mine.
yeah, I'm
because-
sorry, and I'll let you know. Matter of fact, when I go on my first date, I'm gonna have a whole list of shit and let you know what's going on. Cause I ain't going through this shit no more. This is what's look. I'm crazy. You know what I'm saying? I use toys, shit like that. You
So
know,
you got
I'm gonna have a whole
a
list.
whole list.
I'm gonna have
of
a bio, like a resume.
a bio.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a little resume, and then he gotta bring his resume and tell me what the fuck's wrong with you. You know, when you was born, was your born male, female? Let me know that shit.
Mhm.
Have you been with a man before? It's a whole bunch. It's gonna be a whole list.
Oh, you know what I
questions.
meant to ask you? Remember when we was in Sean LaBreeze's magazine? Do you still have that magazine?
No, there's a lot of stuff in that, but I could try to look it and
Try to look
find
it up
it.
because one of my friends wants to put us in the magazine. So he need a bio and some pictures and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I was gonna try to reference the bio from the one that we had before.
Oh, okay. So let me see if I can find the email. Maybe I had sent it to him.
Oh, okay.
And let me see it. I'll look. Okay, cool.
So
That's nice.
yeah, they be asking me to do, but like I said, I'm gradually like, even though I moved a year ago, but I'm just starting to get real comfortable. You know, I'm never gonna be comfortable living here in New York City, especially where I live at.
Uh-huh.
It's crazy. But now I'm finally getting like a little bit more settled where, you know, my weekends are not, you know, they're not that. And it's not summertime, so you know in the
Yeah, you
summertime
stay
you want
home.
to.
Yeah.
In the winter you stay home. In the summer you don't want to. You want to be outside in the streets. But I'm not for the streets no more. So
Yeah, same
we're
thing
gonna
here. So I'll be.
we're gonna be doing frequent shows unless there's something
That
that's
comes
very
up,
very
yeah.
important that we need to do.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
We'll be on every Saturday,
and
God willing.
yeah. So yeah, I have, you know, he wants me to bring guests on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna start doing guests
Interviews and stuff.
and stuff like that. So you know, everything is gonna be
Back the
via.
way it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you Let me ask you this: 'cause did you get your music set up and everything yet? Where we can play live music again
Yeah.
or no?
Yeah. It's set up. I just gotta test it.
Okay. So we're gonna try to get back to where we used to be
Yeah.
and try to make sure that we give
Yeah,
y'all what
she's
y'all
settled
used to.
now. I'm settled now because I moved. So now I'm settling. So
Yeah. So anywho,
yeah.
thank you guys for tuning in
Yes. Yes.
for our rant and rave show today.
Yes. Yes.
Next Saturday will be another Saturday that we can do this again.
Yes.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Always.
Make sure y'all look out for the flyer for the showcasing after holiday event. Let's call it the after holiday event.
I like that.
Yeah, so we're gonna be doing that soon. As soon as I get a list of people that want to be a part of the show, we'll be bringing you a flyer. Or maybe Nikki can do a flyer just, you know,
saying upcoming.
look
Look out for the date.
event. Look out for the date and what we're looking for.
Exactly.
So on that note, I guess we're done.
Yes, we are.
We can sign off now. Thank you guys for tuning in. We love you guys.
Love you.
And we'll see y'all again next Saturday.